All right, so it is 7:26 on a crisp Sunday morning, and I just finished up a 5-mile run. Kind of came into this run. Shoot. Let me see where this guy goes, because I'm not a big fan of recording as people are driving by me. All right, anyways, went into this run pretty well fasted. I rolled straight out of bed, ate a granola bar, and then took a few sips of water on my way down the driveway, and broke out into a run. Average pace was like a 9:32. Finish time was like 47 minutes and 47 seconds. And so, pretty good run for me, honestly. But I want to make a change in my running plan. So, since the beginning of this year, I've been running twice a week at minimum, with the exception of the 2 or 3 weeks that I was sick. So I've been running, 2 to 3 times a week since the beginning of this year. But something I want to start doing now is, hitting a minimum of 5 miles per week. Because that was salty. Where was that? Sorry, lost my train of thought. But, 2 runs a week, depending on what my schedule looks like. That may be 2 1-mile runs, or, I may hit a 3-mile run and then just do a 1-mile run a couple days later. So what I want to start doing is hitting, still keeping the 2 runs a week, but also, keeping a minimum of 5 miles per week. So I've checked that box for today, but I'm still going to run again later this week. But I just want to start getting that mileage in a little more consistently. And, some of you guys might ask, why don't you start running, like an actual training plan? For one, my schedule is too crazy to try to do that. And 2, I've really got too many other things going on with training that I'm trying to push, like the recovery work for the squats, and eventually, another big squat phase. And so I don't want to try to balance, a hard, running and training plan. And I'm already, going to be putting a lot of energy into other things. Had something else I wanted to add to. Oh yeah, to an extent, it can take the fun out of it for me. On these runs here, this is kind of my time to, get away and relax. This is what I've ran to all morning, and it has been amazing. Just the different birds and whatnot, which a lot of my run was done down that way past the highway. So, there's a lot of cars driving by. But, there's still, nothing going on out here. And I enjoy that. And so if I have to come out here and start, just murdering myself on these runs, then these start to look as less of an enjoyable time. I ran track through high school, practiced for 1 season, and then COVID had shut down school. And so I didn't race any that year. And then I came back my senior year and, went to all the meets and stuff. But I remember both times towards the end of the, training season, I was like, dude, this is starting to get rough. Because a lot of people, I feel like they went out there and they ran kind of hard, but, if they started getting too tough, they just quit. Me, I felt like I ran till failure every day. I threw up so many times, and I'd be sitting there, rolling around on the ground for 10 or 15 minutes, and then eventually I'd just get up, gag myself, throw my lunch up from the day, and then, all right, now I'm feeling good, let's go run. And I'd run until my legs were physically shutting down. I'd run until I was, staggering and tripping over the finish line, and my quads would be locked up going down the hill. Every single track session was done all out. Never had an easy track session. It was just like after I stepped through that fence, that was a place of war. You know, there was no exception, no excuses, nothing up there. I've never had an easy workout on the track. Every time I've left completely exhausted. And, you know, you do that for a few months straight, and, you know, it starts to wear on you a little bit. And so I don't want to come out here and have to, you know, kill myself on the run and make this less enjoyable, and then, you know, still have to come home and fit in, you know, tight training windows. Would I make some more progress running if I ran a training plan? Probably so. Would I make more progress on squats if I ran a squat, you know, workout plan? Probably so. But those two can't really coexist that great at the same time, and that's sort of my goal, is to, you know, just take small steps in both areas of training at the same time. You know, I don't really want to completely sacrifice squats to get my mileage up, and then after a certain point, you know, cut into my mileage real heavy to get the squat back up. I'd like to keep both of those at a happy medium and just make some slower, more consistent progress over time. And, you know, I think it'll just be kind of cool to, you know, always be in, you know, a pretty well-rounded state. You know, it'd be like, yeah, you know, I've hit 315 on squat a couple times this week. I just finished up a, you know, 6-mile run yesterday. And, you know, I don't want to go through a running phase where it's like, yeah, I'm running a lot, but, you know, I don't really want to squat anything heavier than 225. I want to be able to squat 315 and also go hit a 6 to 10 mile run. So there's my thoughts for today. I'm going to go home, take a shower, and I don't know, still got some time to kill before I got to go to church. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. And back to the track thing for a minute. Don't get me wrong, I love training hard. And you know, I love going out there and, you know, leaving it all out there on the road or on the track. But to do that, you know, multiple times a week, every week for weeks on end, to be honest with you, I was getting burnt out. That type of, you know, work ethic is, you know, just kind of hard to sustain. And especially on top of, you know, my job, being an apprentice electrician and just sweating all day and being in 150-degree attics, you know, coming home and having to put in a type of strenuous run like that while being dehydrated, and then, you know, get home from the run and then still have to go through, you know, a training session for, you know, squats or pull-ups or deadlifts or whatever it is. That's just a little bit much to ask. So anyways, now I'll catch you guys on the next part. Golly, dude. That run, I burnt my quads today. I really haven't drank enough water like I should have been doing. And took that 275 for 2x5 and then just took this for a set of 10. Oh man, the hamstrings and like the adductors, like right through here, right through there is very, very tight. Ooh. Woo. Usually, it's blue. I usually don't feel squats in the hamstrings, but I am right now. And really the adductor coming through here, and then it's like another strand coming up through the hamstring there. But catch you guys tomorrow.